Alright guys, it is core day. You've made it. It's probably your Friday or some other time, so let's get right into this. First thing I want you guys to get really good at is planking. No one likes them. If you want time to slow down, trust me, just plank. But here's how we're going to get through it. Planking involves your entire body, okay? So, you can do this a couple of different ways. You're going to have what's called a high plank, where you're basically in push-up position. Hold this here. Core is tight, chest is up. Your arms are strong, your legs are strong, your booty's strong, and your heels are shooting towards the back. Neck is long, gaze is a few inches in front of your hands, and we're breathing. The next option is coming down to your forearms. Same thing. Core is tight, chest is up, arms are strong, and we're breathing. Again, even my legs are involved. Nothing's moving, okay? You can do either one of those, but what I don't want to see is this or this. Right in the middle. Reverse crunches. This was something that I didn't know worked, but it does. Lay down like you were gonna do a regular crunch, but this time, instead of lifting up our head, we're actually gonna lift up our knees. So I want you to get into the same position you were when we were doing those glute bridges, except this time you're gonna point your toes, and you're just gonna bring the knees to your chest. So a reverse crunch looks like this. You don't have to lift the legs up. I want you to get your hips a little bit off the floor. Arms are resting by your side. They can also help you a little bit, but make sure that you're not just pushing with your arms. We're using the lower core to just lift the legs up and tuck back down. Lift and tuck. Things to not do. We're not kicking our legs over. We're going all the way up. This is a controlled, slow movement. Okay? You're gonna feel it right below your belly button. Now leg lifts are similar. Leg lifts, laying all the way down. You can have something underneath your back if you'd like, or you can just tuck your hands kind of next to your hips. They ground them and help support. Now, I want you to flex your feet and lift your legs. And back down. Flex and back down. While you're doing this, squeeze your butt and your quads. It's gonna help lift everything up. If this is too much for you, if you're feeling it in your lower back instead of your core, either bend the knees, up and down, up and down, similar to a reverse crunch, but going up a little higher, or just don't go all the way down. You can get just as much holding right here, or go up and then to 45. Up to 45. Okay? For the obliques, we're going to do Russian twists. Now these can be done with a weight or without a weight. It's basically just the act of twisting. This is going to help your back and your core. I want you to sit with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, not straight up, but leaning just a little bit back. Lean far enough back that you start to feel your core engaging. It starts to catch. Wherever that is, start there. Now either clasping your hands or holding a weight if you'd like. I just want you to reach to the right, touch the ground, reach to the left, touch the ground, right, touch the ground, left, touch the ground. Again, I want these slow and controlled. I'm not doing this really fast yet. Now, if you already have the movement down and you know that you can do that and you want to go nice and quick, fine. But in the beginning, especially when you have weight, I want you to go slow and control. controlled. If you want to make this harder, lift up the legs. Slow, controlled. Slow, controlled. If you want it even harder than that, even without weight involved yet, straighten the legs. Slow, controlled. Slow, controlled. Once you can do that, we'll move up. The bear plank is very similar to a regular plank. The only difference is we're actually going to be closer to our knees, and it just takes a little bit of the emphasis off. It's a little bit easier, personally. So, tabletop, hands and knees. All you're gonna do here is inhale, and when you exhale, just lift the knees just an inch off the mat. Now, at first, this is gonna feel really easy. Within about 10 seconds, you're gonna feel it. But I want you to stay here. Keep the core engaged, keep breathing. It's gonna engage your quads, it's gonna engage your arms. Keep your neck nice and long. And that's it. You're gonna hold that. So just like anything else, at the end of your core day, it is important to stretch. One great stretch, it's called Superman. Lay down on your stomach, legs flat out behind you. Bring your arms out in front. Inhale and exhale. You can also do Cobra. You're gonna take your hands, put them at shoulder height, and then slowly up to your comfort, push your torso up. This is gonna stretch out the front of your front side body. Another great stretch is child's pose. Basically sitting on your heels, sit your hips back onto your heels, and stretch your arms out in front of you. This is gonna stretch all the sides and the back that we've just worked.